I typically make it a priority to stay out of white folks' business. However, I believe this particular situation is a very teachable moment for Black women. In Blake Lively, we have, dare I say, the most dangerous WW archetype, and that is the slave mistress. Okay, think of the plantation mistress, okay, on the plantations in movies such as 12 Years a Slave or any type of slavery time era movies. This is like the final boss of Karens. This is a very dangerous Becky, the plantation mistress. She is deeply miserable despite her privilege in society, despite having any and everything materially she could have, despite having her white husband and his power that comes along with being a straight white man in patriarchy. Despite everything she has going for her, she is empty and deeply miserable. And she must spread that emptiness and misery everywhere she goes. The manipulations are a sport to her. In this particular situation, the way she set Justin Baldini up in several places, such as breastfeeding around him and then saying he barged in on her, such as saying he wanted her to dress more sexy, and then it came out that she actually was texting him, suggesting to dress more sexy. It's a very demonic level of manipulations. This entire situation was carefully concocted. She was very conniving, and the entire time she set all this up knowing she was going to file this lawsuit, knowing she was going to publicly drag him. And, you know, fortunately for most of us, we're not going to be locked into a contract or a movie role. So when you do encounter a plantation mistress, the best thing for you to do is to get the hell away from her and the situation as quickly as possible. Now, I have a previous video where I talk about my experience with one at work, and thankfully, and this is one of the only things that can save you against a plantation mistress, and that is if a Brad is willing to have your back. Okay, if a Brad hates the plantation mistress, you might have a chance in the situation. But other than that, you can definitely bank on her manipulating and weaponizing the system of white supremacy against you. What we see in the case of Blake Lively and Justin Baldini is her weaponizing white feminism over him in an environment, meaning the entertainment industry, where she knew she could have the upper hand by making certain claims against him. You know, she knows the system of white supremacy in entertainment operates, I wouldn't say vastly, but it operates differently than it would in, you know, mainstream America if this was just a typical court case. She knows she has the court of liberal public opinion on her side. She has the feminists. She's Taylor Swift's bestie. And she's really bringing out all the big guns in this situation to bury Justin Baldini. And, you know, some people have said, well, how did she think this stuff wasn't going to come out? Because she was banking on him being scared because she's a bully. This is not her first rodeo bullying people. And she was banking on him just going away quietly. And I think she was also banking on him not being able to financially keep up with her legally, because she and Ryan Reynolds are this power couple in Hollywood. And, you know, Justin Baldini has decided to lawyer up and, you know, not bow to her. And I think this is a good move, because one of the worst things that you can do is to let the plantation mistress have what she wants, because we've already seen that didn't work out for him, right? Because what we have seen is he kind of just let her have her way. You know, at some point he was just like, okay, you know, I just want the movie made, you know, and he just submitted to her and let her have her way. And it still was not enough. And that's because the plantation mistress is deeply miserable. She is deeply, deeply insecure. She's deeply vindictive. She's deeply narcissistic. She is deeply sociopathic. And she genuinely enjoys making other people hurt. Okay, she has an insatiable need to oppress and hurt others. And there's no way to feed the beast, really. She's a bottomless hole. So even him basically handing the project to her was not enough. And these types of women are very dangerous. You see what she's doing to a white man in society, y'all. As Black women, we definitely need to be able to identify this archetype in our own lives and get the hell away from her, because it's just not worth the fight. As I said, she is deeply miserable. Hell, the bar under hell is not low enough, as we see in this case as well. She will gladly, just go so low to ensure that she hurts others. And there's too many opportunities in life. There's too much life out there. There's too many other places that you can go and thrive to put up with this type of demonic entity. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you come across a plantation mistress? And how did that go? And what advice would you give to your fellow Black woman in dealing with this specific hater archetype? Because I do believe the plantation mistress, she's a problem, not just with us, in society as a whole. So let me guys know your thoughts in the comments.